Хорошо, вы скажите свое мнение об этом. Что вы скажете?
Okay, I would like to hear your opinion about that. Okay, I want to comment these 7 miracles of socialism. I have faced several things because I have some deals with the books written by passport. People who are not believers, they even don't understand these names, the names of the book. People don't understand the name, the values which we've lost.
В самом лучшем обществе, да? Это название, оно
So I suppose this name of the book will attract unbelievers, and it will be like alternative, and there will be the books which pastor is preparing for reforming our society, how to change the people who don't want to change. Maybe they don't want to accept these changes. When we went to Lviv to the exhibition of books, thanks to Roman, the administrator of Lviv church, please applaud to him, he helped us a lot. So at the exhibition we were promoting the books by pastor, but this new series is something out of range, because people want to buy books about successful marriage. These new books values is not active vocabulary for our country. How to become a European, they think about some kind of politically educated people can understand what it is about. That's why these names are from the future. But 7 miracles of socialism are very popular. And the second name is, there used to be such a country, the USSR. I think for older people it will be great. It will pay their attention to the real values, and will help next generations understand that there is sense, because they see crises, they see wars, they see things which make them stressed. Really stressed. Thank you very much for 7 miracles of socialism. They will open our eyes, and it will be the door for the next books, the following books, which pastor is writing to prepare reformation of this country. So there are questions. The question number 1 from Natalia. Hello, dear Father. We are believers with my husband. Our daughter is unbeliever, and she is not married, has 2 kids, and she lives with a man without being married. And the daughter demands our financial help. She demands money. She demands money for her house, but we don't have it, and she makes us guilty. She accuses us of not being able to help her. We love her. We want to connect, to stay connected with her, and we need this advice. The answer is, Pastor Sandy answers, fathers and kids, it's really serious question. The biggest question, parents and kids are shocked when suddenly they understand or they learn that their parents are not ideal, not perfect. None of us is perfect, nobody. everything can be in the life. And when children are not ready to know, to learn, to see this, parents are not perfect, because these children don't live through the stress which parents are going through. They don't see it, they don't understand. Why is my father drinking? It's not your problem why your father is drinking. Your problem is to respect. But if you look at your father and point at him, you will see that he is 50 and you are 20. And may God protect you from understanding why your father is drinking. So it's better to say, maybe I don't understand, but I respect my father, whatever weaknesses he has. This girl isn't respectful. She demands from her parents as if they have their own problems. It's egoism, it's selfishness. We look at our parents as if they don't have any problems. I told Pastor Kaleda to write the topic. I will talk about it here at fellowships. Will you be able to stand the weaknesses of your father, your leader, or your parents? Will you be able to understand that your parents have limits? They are not powerful and mighty. They have their own details, moments, trials, temptations. And what I would like to advise, first, parents, we have to be more critical. For example, this lady writes that their daughter lives with a man without being married. It was not necessary to talk about it. So any person, you have to understand that any person who sins, it's not because they are happy. It's because there are situations and they are trying to solve them this way, or there is stress and they are trying to get out of this situation. So parents have to understand their children. So for example, we have to listen to this girl as well. We have to try to understand her, try to get deeper into her situation, why this girl doesn't want to listen to her parents, why she has this attitude to her parents, and if she understands that her parents are trying to understand her, she will come down and she will talk openly that, yes, what's going on with me? And then there will be mutual relationship and understanding, and you will start to build something on this basis. But if she demands from her parents, and her parents demand from her, we will go crazy. That's why if we just point that everybody does something wrong, it will be war. But if you try to understand, but not pinpoint the sin, it's like Jesus said. You say somebody has something in their eyes, a piece of wood, a little one. Don't try to understand somebody's life. Don't deal with other problems, with other griefs. Look at yourself, because where you see there is a problem, that this person is so bad and there is a branch in his eye, you don't see your log in your eye. So in this situation, you can see that parents point at her sins, they point at her style of life, and she demands her own things. So both sides have to understand each other. So in this situation, of course, it will help. But if parents don't have money to solve this question, I think parents don't have to do too much. Don't go and borrow money or take a loan or credit from the bank to please your child. You have to speak openly to your kids what you have. That for today you don't have a possibility or opportunity, financial status doesn't afford to solve this problem. Second question, hello. What is your opinion concerning the situation in Ukraine? When will the war finish? The war in Syria, is it devil's work or is it fight for resources? If I tell you what I think, really, I will be destroyed. So I don't think it's a good idea. No, I'm trying. I think, unfortunately, in my opinion, what we have now is a mess. So, and I have a feeling that it can become worse. And I have this worry that somewhere in June, July, August, that we can have the escalation of chaos, demonstrations, rebel, and may God forbid or stop it, that it stops whatever we have now there in the West. We have to do something as a country. We have to stop. We have to understand where and what is wrong. And if I were a president, I would call all the regions of the country, including the Western territories and the Crimea, to listen to each other first. And we have to understand what everybody wants. And that we listen to each other and think on how to stabilize the country. And now what I think is the main question is stability or stable situation in the country. There should be a Congress or something like that. The round table, the elderly of the country should come together and try to find one common decision. If we don't do it, I'm afraid that it will go back. It will go worse and worse, because we want to go to Europe, but to go to Europe there is a price you have to pay. So actually everything will go up. The price will be growing. If I were the president, I would go on TV to the people and I would tell them, dear people, my nation, we chose Europe, and please look at the prices, look at the changes which are expecting for us, what sacrifices we'll have to have, and 1, 2, 3, like 4, whatever we have to see. And everybody, if they agree, don't complain, please. Be patient to the end. But if we are not ready to be patient, then we don't look at Europe. So there should be a dialogue with nations, with the nation. If there is no dialogue, people will not understand and they will start to rebel. And talking about Putin, I wouldn't like to talk about it because we don't live in Russia. I wouldn't like to touch this person. It's the case of a different country. But what I can say about the fight with IGIL, they physically kill people. Actually, they kill Christians, and somebody should stop it. So and this is the coalition, like alien, 60 countries which are fighting these people. So what is good, it's good. You have to say good. What is not good, you should say it's not good. But talking about Russia, and if they sponsor military actions in Ukraine, it's bad. If they send somebody here, yes, it's bad. But what they do there, and they fight with terrorism, it's good. So you have to be able to see both sides, good, positive, and negative, minuses. You cannot say that only minuses are there. Because sometimes some of us who are upset with Russia's action in Ukraine, they say that everything is bad in Russia and everything Russia does is bad. No, of course, anybody, every person has minuses and pluses, so you have to see both. So you cannot see only pluses or only minuses. You have to understand, you have to be objective. So this is my answer. I have more details, but I don't think it's proper. The, question 3. Hello, I'm a person who doesn't trust people. I see threat in everybody. On the one hand, on the other hand, I feel pity for people. So let's listen one more time. I'm a person of like contrary flowing. In every person I see a threat. Stop. The answer is, why do we have this, why don't we trust people? It is the question of a life with a proud life. It's a nature of a person. We want to be proud. We want to be higher than everybody. And what people do it? What way do people do it? They do it by neglecting the other person. We want to say that if you smoke and I don't smoke, you are better, or you are worse. Or, for example, he is beautifully dressed. Maybe I am not that well dressed, then he is bad. So this is the way we want to show everyone that we are the best. So we put somebody down, and you have to refuse from that. Everybody has minuses. Everybody has minuses. Everybody has problems. Everybody is fighting with these negative sides, and we are trying to overcome our weaknesses to be better, and we are going to help other people to be better. But in her case, if I suspect people and I don't trust people, it means it's very critical level of it's acute pain. It means that I am closed from the world. I think that everybody is bad around me or dangerous to me, and only me, only I, for myself, I'm okay. It's an acute form of rejection and paranoia. It's bad. It's good that the person is opening this. So how to treat this illness? First, you have to love this person. So you have to understand that the same way I want to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. So anybody wants to be understood. The same way as I want to be understood, everybody wants to be forgiven. The same as I want good life. Everybody wants good life, a better life. Everybody has fights. Everybody is fighting something in their life, and I have to understand that somebody or everybody around me, they have the same feeling. They feel the same pain as me. They have the same needs as mine. And that's why you have to compare yourself with other people and put them yourself in their position. And if you understand that that everyone has the same fears, the same desires as I have, we are the same, we are equal, then it is easier to accept people in your life, and you know that nobody is hunting you to hurt you or bite you. Everyone wants to be a better life, wants to have a better life. Initially, we want better things for each other. Why people fight? Because they don't understand. They don't see this exception or the things that you understand about them. That's why they become aggressive. And the lady says that she's naive, she's sorry for kids and old people, and she... So that is like opposite things she feels. Yes, it's possible. Pastor Sandy answers that if she says she's naive, then she has contradiction inside. The first thing she says that she doesn't trust anyone. But I think that this person hasn't accepted or hasn't lived through covering, accepting, percepting her nature. She didn't experience in her life, or hadn't experienced until that moment, that somebody knows about her problems and covers. That is a problem. We usually have this problem. If somebody proves that you are loved, any way you're loved, you are important anyway, you are a human being anyway, you are anyway dear, she will have freedom, and this contradiction will disappear from her life. Question 4, Marina. I have been a believer for a long time, but often I have anger, irritation inside. My inside reaction doesn't change. I'm praying, I pray, I forgive people, but I don't know how to manage my inside feeling, how to get understanding from parents when they don't understand you. Actually, everybody, Pastor answers that everybody has anger and inside feelings like irritation or fury. So whatever she does when she repents, she has to stop once and consciously reprogram or program your reaction in other way. So once at summer fast, I read how to program your consciousness to work differently. So you have to work on having different reactions to different problems. Maybe somebody heard that I took the 1st of Corinthians chapter 13. It was about love, and I was working for 2 weeks on the same chapters, the same verse, the same words. I imagined the situation when somebody offended me, and I was working on my reaction, that I react as I want to react, without any irritation. Then I knew that I won. I tried to imagine the worst situation and program my reaction according to the Bible. It's not about understanding I do it wrongly, but you have to analyze, you have to imagine a different kind of reaction to the same situation. And unless your new reaction is more powerful, you won't reach that. I will have a book next year. I'm going through this school on how to work out good habits. Somebody says why parents or pastor have weak parts, because they have to go through the way which other people go through and help somebody. So God affords us to face weak things or bad habits, so that we understand and we know how to help others. So you have to model the situation and work on your reaction. The other question is how to explain their parents your position. Let's say pastor answers that parents don't have to accept your situation and your parents are the older ones. So let's say if they are older, maybe you have to work on your accepting their position or their opinion. So if you want it to be opposite, your parents accept your point of view, you have to use patience, explanation, explain your situation, what you meant, and try to make them understand. But don't think it will be automatically that your parents will accept your position. So first, children have to take the part of parents. Question 5. Hello, Pastor Sunday. I want to ask you a question. Who of the pastors, your disciples, is closest to you, that took from you maximum? Who do you see reflects your features? One of the sisters commented the same question, that unfortunately we see that there are different people, and some people are followers and who are not followers. If I tell you that there is somebody who is this way, and you go there, and you will definitely see something that I haven't said, and something that is not pleasant. And everybody has some negative parts. You can't find people without minuses. There are since there are different things. And you will tell me, it's not only Pastor Sunday who let me down, this person let me down. So it depends on what you are looking for. If you are looking for pluses, you will find pluses. If you are looking for minuses, you will find minuses. Everybody will find everything. Jesus was perfect, but people found something negative even in him. But people who were looking for something pure, they found it. For a pure one, everything is pure, but for the one who is deceiving or bad, everything is bad. All pastors have something from me, but, for example, One of them has
Другой,
wisdom,
допустим, имеет, допустим,
another has
другой, допустим, имеет мир.
peace, relationships,
Другой, допустим,
and
имеет
another has a word,
другой, допустим,
another has activity, like
другой
he's
имеет, допустим,
active,
discipline.
and the other has
Другой, допустим,
discipline.
имеет понимание к людям.
Another has understanding to people. People are different. People have
Но
different
это зависит от
gifts.
того, что вы хотите.
But it depends on what you want
У
to
этих всех людей
see.
тоже есть свои кучи минусов.
These people, everyone has minuses, but what are you looking for? It depends only on you. If you are looking for life, you will find life. If you are looking for weaknesses, you will find weaknesses. So who to recommend?
Ну, кого рекомендовать?
Who to recommend?
Это зависит от того, что ты хочешь видеть.
It depends on what you want to see.